Alright, so this one is a carb clean special. I guess the guy said it was sitting for a very long time. I think maybe 5 or 6 years. I bought this from a guy who bought it for 250 bucks. And kind of a sad story, he bought it from a guy who lost his son to cancer. And he used to own this quad, and he said it wasn't being used, it just sat here. And his son used to ride it around, and then he got cancer, a really rare form of cancer, in the heart, I think it was. And then he died, and yeah, so that's why he got a really good deal on this thing. Then he sold it to me for $1,000. So I paid $1,000 for it. The guy said all it really needs is a carb clean and gone through. So I'm taking his word for it. We'll see today. But if you look at it, it's really, really nice. It's a 2001. You can see the VIN right here in the frame. So the 10th letter in is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is a 1. So it is in fact a 2001. You can see it's really, really in good shape. The frame isn't all chipped off or anything. The pipe's a little rusty, but not horrible. It looks like everything's intact. All the original hoses are on it. Yeah, it's not really missing anything. It's a little bit dirty, but it looks like in really, really good shape. The bumper's not all dented in, so it was never hit. The wheels are straight. The plastics aren't cracked or anything. Everything's up here for the controls. I mean, it's a super, super clean machine. And it's probably worth, I'm guessing like 1,500 bucks the way it sits. Maybe close to 18, because this one's very clean if it runs. But yeah, we will see today. Let's take up the seat and kind of check that out. Woo! Little mousy mouse was in here, it looks like. Look at that. What do we have there? Remnants of a mouse. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is get that air filter cleaned out. Let's see if there's any oil in it. I'm hoping it doesn't need a rebuild or something weird. But even so, I mean, these things are like 100 bucks to rebuild the top end. It's not a big deal. Let's see if it's got compression. Oh yeah, good compression. All right. We might get lucky with this one. We will see. Is there any oil in it? Ooh, that smells really bad. It smells like manure. See if there's any oil in there before we try to start this thing up. And it might just fire up if we turn the gas on. We'll see. Wouldn't that be lucky? There's a little bit on the end of a dipstick here. I just want some in there before we try starting it. I don't want to run it dry. Guess there's a little window down there too we can peek at. Looks like there's some. There's a little window right there. It's just really foggy. It's hard to tell. Can't really see. Yeah, it looks like there's oil in it. Yeah, there's some oil in it. So I think we're good with the oil. We'll do a change later. Well, let's attempt to start this thing up and see if she pops off. Let's turn the key on. We've got it to run. See if there's any gas. Yeah, she's dry in there. All right, this might actually start up. But before we attempt to start it, let's clean out the air filter. I don't want all that mouse inside my engine. All right, write your predictions down below. What do you think is in here? We've already got that. So that looks like insulation to me from a mouse making a nest. And it looks like maybe it was in a barn. So this will be exciting here. I'm guessing it's really bad. Even though this lid's pretty on there. Watch just a whole fleet come out. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh, It's not too bad. Air filter's all ripped. You can see just the air filter's all chewed up. And it looks like it goes all the way down, the tubing down there. But really, it's not that bad. So let's get that air filter off and then look at the damage. All right, it smells really bad. It smells exactly like, I don't know, like a dead mouse mixed with cat urine. So it smells really bad. Oh, there's a spark plug remover in there. Alright, looking down there, it looks pretty clean. I tried to get down the tube down there and it looks all cleaned out, so Airbox is good to go. I think what we're going to do next is, instead of trying to start it up, I think what we're going to do is just go through the standard procedure and just see if it has spark, see if it has compression, and then go to the carburetor right away. Because if you look at it, I mean, it's pretty bad in there. It looks really gunked up, so I'm guessing that it won't run right anyway. So let's start with the spark plug and then go from there. Spark plug here. Let's take a look. When tearing down this machine, every bolt and everything wasn't touched on it. So it looks like they bought it brand new and never touched it or repaired anything. So the way I got it was the way it came from the factory. I don't think a bolt was touched on this thing. So that's good and bad. So mostly good, because most of the time you see people put everything back wrong and it's all kind of cobbled together. But look at the wiring, look at everything's perfect on it. So that's awesome. All right, it's running an NGK. Let's get that spark plug out and see what that looks like. NGK BR8ES. It's running. We're gonna have to lube up the cylinder too. Alright, spark plug looks pretty good. Not running lean or anything, so that's awesome. Will it have spark? That's the question. Oh yeah. Great spark. Alright, we've got good spark. That's a plus. Let's get some lubrication down the cylinder. A little bit of oil. So penetrating oil first, just to get it worked around in there. A little bit of 2-stroke oil. Get that in there. Got nice and lubed up. Alright, that should be good. Let's just throw a compression tester on there right away, just to see what the reading is, just for fun. I think it's good, but just want to make sure. Alright, let's hope for high compression. Should be pretty good since I just put oil in it too. Should be a high reading. Should be way over 100. We're gonna kind of look at it backwards here. Alright, we're gonna do throttle open. See what's going on. Oh geez, it's really high. Feels high. Oh yeah, over 100 already. That's pretty good. Almost 160. That's good compression for a Yamaha Blaster. It's really good. All right, we've got plenty of compression to start. Let's get this carburetor off. Start working on that. All right, looking at this carburetor, you can see how gummed up the carb is. You can tell it's been sitting for a long time. Look at all this crap on there. So we'll get this off of there. It definitely has to be clogged up. There's no question about that. It is rough in there. But so far it's looking like it might just be a carb clean to fix this thing. We've got compression, we've got spark. Now hopefully we can get fuel and this thing should start up. Anything come out of here? Doesn't look like too much. Come on, baby. Oh, we're stiff, aren't you? Come on. Come on. Does not want to be taken off. I know that. I think these lines on the bottom are tight. There we go. Alright. We'll see how bad this thing is. So this was loosened up a little bit. That's how you get the carburetor off. It almost looks like somebody tried to take it off before. Nothing's stuck or anything, so that's good. Alright, the oil line going to it. I don't want to rip that. There's the oil line. That off of there. Without cracking it. Oh, it's still pretty soft. There we go. Alright, we're free. Let's go check out the inside now. Look at all that gunk right there. Hopefully that wasn't going inside the engine there. Eee. That's pretty bad. Alright, so I'm just kind of curious to see how bad the gas is that was in here. So let's just open that up and we will see. There might not even be any, we'll see. Oh, there we go. She opened up. Maybe they drained it. Oh, look at that. Straight oil. Holy cow. So the carb should be pretty clean. Just straight oil coming out. Well, look at that. Straight oil. Alright, so oil kind of protects the carburetor, so it should be pretty clean on the inside. There it is. That's what that looked like. Right, moment of truth. Let's see how bad it is. Oh, there's some more gunk in there still. Oh yeah, she's a little rough. Oh, there's some gunk in there yet. Yeah, she's not too good. That's gonna need a deep cleaning. You can see even the main jet's almost clogged completely. Look at all that grime in there. That stuff will come off pretty easily though. Yeah, look at that. Bunch of grime down there. Yeah, I don't know if that would have started. So, let's check out that main jet, and the pilot's gotta be clogged. There's no doubt in my mind that that's clogged. Oh, the main jet's open. That's surprising even. Ooh, the pilot's tiny. See if I can even get that out. A little sticky in there. There we go. Tiny, tiny pilot, and that is definitely 100% clogged. Not even close to being open. Oh yeah. She's heavily clogged. That doesn't want to come out. Let's see what the air screw is at. So, about 1 3/4 turns out. That's about right. Where's the spring? There's no spring on it. It's missing the spring. That's weird, isn't it? We'll have to add a spring to it. No spring on that one. A couple holes are clogged in there too. Alright, we're gonna get the float out and then clean this thing up, reinstall it, and see if she starts up. It should. It's got compression, spark, and now it will be getting fuel. Alright, carb is cleaned. We got a new spring on the air screw. We're gonna get some 481 mixed up. I don't know if the oil pump is working, so we're gonna have to check that out too. So to check that, you just take off the hose right here, connected to the carburetor right there. You take that off and just see if oil's pumping through to the carburetor. So without further ado, let's get some gas in it. See if she fires up. She should, with 160 pounds of compression, good spark, and fuel. Oh man, it idles perfectly too. So no air leaks going on. The pipe must have been a little bit clogged because it was a little bit hard to start, but once it fired up, it's good to go. see if the lights work. Oh yeah. Lights are working. Sounds really good. Wow. Smoking out the right amount. Yeah, she's sounding good. Oil pump is working great. You can see the oil pumping through. Awesome. Oh man, the guy was right. All it did need was a carb clean. That is crazy. What a great deal. So, I guess really all it needs is a carb clean and an air filter and a very good cleaning. Just a little dirty, but wow, sounds really good. So, let's get everything back on it. I'm gonna look for an air filter for it. We gotta lube the chain. The chain is like really, really rusty. So lube that up. Sprockets look nice, huh? And then we gotta get this thing to the pressure washer and just blast this thing. This thing's gonna look brand new when it's done. It's gonna look awesome. I like the color too. I've never owned a blue one before. And the tires are actually not that bad. Wheel bearings feel good. Back tires are a little rough, but they still hold air. So that's good. The brakes work. Brakes work. Both brakes work. Man, this is one of my easiest fixes ever. Alright, it looks like there's oil in it, but let's just make sure and change it out. I want everything to be perfect on this thing. Oh yeah, she's black. Look at that. We'll see if there's any metal chunks in there. So far it's looking good. Alright, 650 milliliters going in. 10W40 wet clutch oil. A little bit more. All right. Oil change is done. All right, let's see if there's any chunks in here. So far it doesn't look like it. Yeah, nothing. Well, that's a great sign. So I think this thing's all set to go. Brakes work, lights work. It's all greased up. Got brand new oil in it. Got 40-to-1 in it just in case the pump stops working. But the pump does work. And then we're going to pressure wash it and then take this thing for a ride. So stay tuned. We'll see how this thing rips. All right, made it out here. Let's see how this thing drives today. We didn't pressure wash it yet. We'll do that after the ride. we'll paint up the pipe, but we'll see if it rides here first. I have not ridden it yet, so we'll see if it shifts through all the gears, see if all the gears work, and we'll go from there. Idle is so low. It's a good sign. Alright, let's see if she moves here. Hopefully, she does. Alright, this thing's running great. Thing is really peppy. You can tell it was hardly ridden. It's really, really nice. Alright, let's see what the Blaster can do today. Thing is mint. Starts first or second kick every time. Blasters are so much fun. Through all the gears. Woo-hoo! This thing is fast. Wow. Look at that power it has. Look at the smoke it's leaving. We're mixed a little rich. Shift smooth though. Shift's really smooth. By far the best running Blaster I've ever owned. Thing is mint. Yeah, you can just really tell there's low hours on it. For a Blaster, I should say. Oh yeah. This thing is really fun. It runs perfectly. Oh man. Does not lack power, I'll tell you that. Both brakes are working great too. I'm riding this thing pretty hard. Look how much it's smoking too. We're gonna make sure we don't blow her up. Oh yeah, that's a good running machine right there. Alright, first ride could not have gone better. Thing runs like an absolute dream, and all it needed was a carb clean. So that was awesome. So somebody took pretty good care of their quad, and it paid off because it's really in good condition. So let's go get this thing pressure washed and see what it turns out like. You can see we still need to paint up the pipe and everything, but I think all this grime's gonna come off the engine, so it should look brand new. Woo! This thing is looking brand new after that pressure washing. Wow, look at that sparkle. Thing is really, really nice. Look how nicely that cleaned up. Dang. Plastics are in perfect condition. It looks amazing. By far the cleanest blaster I've owned. By far. Well, that definitely paid off. I'm glad I paid $1,000 for it. It was a little bit of a risky one, but it definitely paid off. So that was awesome. Thanks to the seller. He sold me a good one. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I think we got really, really lucky on this one. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for next video. Until next time, we are out.